Hello and welcome back to We Are the Goodison Gang. It is the match preview ahead of Everton's game Saturday at 5:30, where Everton will be taking on Brentford at Goodison Park. Everton are coming back off a 2-0 win over the Merseyside derby, and I'm joined by Dave from Falcon Blues TV. Dave, well, what are your thoughts on the Merseyside derby first?
Still speechless, mate. I did a reaction video with Paul last night, and we just couldn't speak. You know what I mean? We were just trained. Such a great night. I didn't sleep. You know what I mean? I was just absolutely wired from it, no matter how tired I was, to be honest. But just an all-round great team performance. The players were great. The crowd were brilliant. The manager's substitutions were spot on, which makes a change. I think he just got to be right, and everything went right for Everton. And that's exactly what you want. And as I said in our video, that's the kind of momentum, and that's the kind of, that's how you want to see Everton perform every week.
Yeah, I agree. But this is now another must-win 6-pointer, because I believe that if we can win Brentford, then hopefully we'll have more chance of surviving this season. But I'm very comfortable now after us beating Liverpool and Forest. We played much better yesterday compared to Sunday last week. I feel very confident going into the game.
We should be because we've set the stall out there against Liverpool, and that's a team you aspire to be beaten. They're the teams that you're always going to struggle against in the league, and to go and just win comfortably last night like we did, puts you in a good mood for Saturday. I wouldn't so much think it's a 6-pointer as such. I think it's more, let's win it and just be comfortable. I mean, we pulled ourselves out of the relegation zone quite well there. I think it's just on us to. It'd be just nice to just go. We've had a solid week of three games on the spin. Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday. Let's go finish with 9 points. Let's finish with the maximum points that we can get from the week. I think that's the mentality that the players should have, and that's exactly how Evertonians should feel, especially with it being the third home game on the spin. After that we got an away game at Luton, and we got Sheffield United at home, and then we go to Arsenal. So it's all about now getting a result. Get this result, like you say. You're probably right in saying get this and we're safe. We're home and hosed. That's exactly what you want. Wouldn't panic over it, because I think we're all right now. I think we've got the cushion of that cushion between us and Forest, us and Luton, and then you've still got there's a potential of the points deduction, which may be added on given Forest's attitude over the last couple of weeks, or last week since our game. Who knows? Anything could happen, but I just think we should be all right. And I think a win on Saturday holds us, just keeps it, the Premier League status as well and truly. It's ours by Saturday, and let's hope that's done by 8 o'clock on Saturday evening.
Yeah, I've just been looking at the Brentford fixtures ahead of Saturday's game. So their run has been an up and down one too. Looking at their fixtures, a really up and down one. So hopefully that the fans will be even more up for it. We can capitalise on it. And
yeah, definitely. I mean, I was looking at them myself earlier, and they were, we Evertonians have been flustered by, we hadn't won in 15 games because, since the points deduction is since December and stuff like that. And whilst that's a bad run, Brentford were on their own mini one as well. I mean, they hadn't won in 9 games until they beat Sheffield United and Luton in the last couple of weeks. Prior to that, they hadn't won in 9. But I mean, I think the only thing they've got going for them though is they are 5 unbeaten. They haven't lost a game in the last 5. Where roughly we've lost 1 in the last 4, which is it's a still good record for the way we've been this season. So I think we've just got to be careful of Brentford. I still think they're a very good side, and I think if they've got the likes of Tony back, Johan Visa and Mbueno, and that you've got Mbamba. They've got really good players, and they've got players coming back from injury, and that's where we've got to be prepared for them, because I think someone like Tony, who probably hasn't played, will be relishing the opportunity to go up against Tarkowski and Brantwaite. So I won't underestimate Brentford at all.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dave. It's going to be a massive 6-pointer, and I'm really hoping that we can do it, because if we do that, then we'll only be a point off them from 15th. The more games we win, and I can see the squad getting more balanced, and hopefully we'll go back to the winning ways how it was before the 10-point deduction hit us on that. What are your thoughts on the Dyche's trackie for the good luck?
I think that was the whole point. I think he's never really looked part of the Everton team, has he? Like you said, he's always been shirt and tie and stuff like that, and I respect that, because you're the manager. That's what you would do in any walk of life. You dress to be the person who you want to be. Do you know what I mean? And if he dresses like he wants to be a manager, then that's sound. But if you're going to dress like a manager who looks like he works on a call centre while you're playing football, it's a bit different. I mean, if Steve Stone and Ian Woan are wearing trackies, then the manager can follow suit. It's not like it's like your dad taking the kids out for the day, and he's all dressed up, and the kids are in a footy kit. Do you know what I mean? It's you dress how you're comfortable. But I think with Dyche, you see there that I think he's sort of twigged here. It's like it's his mentality and his way of thinking that sometimes might be a bit too harsh, if that's the word I'm looking for, really, to say, I don't have to look like this manager. I don't have to look like I'm this big authority figure. I can be, one of the lads, if you like. And even Tarkowski, touched on it, said, didn't expect that from the gaffer, but fair play to him for dumbing down a little bit and just getting down to people's level, and that's where he needs to be. And I think that held well in the last couple of results, where he's been part of the team. Do you know what I mean? And he's looked like he's part of Everton Football Club rather than just the manager.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there too, Dave. But now we've got to get ready for the Brentford game now. We'll do our score predictions and the lineup before we go in 5 minutes. But I'm not nervous, but as I was against the derby. But our thing against Brentford has been all right. And that
we were good away from home against them earlier in the season.
Yeah, when we won 3-1.
Yeah. Last season, it sort of run away with us, because I think we had not so much the protest, but it was like a coach welcome and stuff like that, and it sort of bit us on the arse a little bit. That home game just got away from us really, really quickly, and before we knew it, we were 3-1 down. So, I think it's always a good game, which is why I'm not underestimating Brentford, to be honest with you. I think they're a good side. I think they've got bags of talent. They got players who can run, and they've got pace, which is
It just proves, because in 2022, I'm just looking at it now, that they beat us 3-2 at Goodison when Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison scored, but Seamus and Brantwaite were sent off.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It just ran away from us, that game, so quickly, and then we just threw it away.
And we can't afford to do that on the weekend, because if we do that, then they'll capitalise on us, just like Chelsea did. But
I think we're a bit more disciplined to that, because I think that was a Lampard side, wasn't it? So it was more a case of, well, we've got a defensive-minded manager there who probably won't throw everyone at it and go. We saw how easy it was. The Coleman and Brantwaite were sent off. We lost them. I just don't think that's how Dyche would be playing it. I think he will play it safe. I think he played a lot safer than he did the derby. but it'd just be nice to see if we can go toe to toe with them, just like we did last night. The last couple of games may have taken it out of us a little bit. We might look a little bit tired, a little bit jaded, but who knows? Like I said, I'm not underestimating Brentford at all.
How do you think that we'll go into this game? Like we did against Liverpool, do you reckon it'll be the same lineup, or do you think Ashley Young will start ahead of Ben Godfrey? Because as Dyche's had his press conference, now Vitaly Mykolenko would be missing the trip to Goodison after his ankle.
I don't think Mykolenko will play, so you probably end up looking at Ben Godfrey at right back again, unless Coleman returns, who wasn't in the squad again yesterday. And then he probably will look at Ashley Young. He might even look at switching Godfrey over to the right and putting James Garner at right back. I don't know. It's a difficult one, especially now that we've had a left back in Mykolenko who's been available most of the season. There, he might even look at Patterson at right back and play Godfrey at left back, or play with three at the back with Michael Keane. It just depends. I think he's got a big decision to make with losing Mykolenko. I don't know how long for. Did he mention how long it might be? He might be out, or
no? All he said that he didn't train today and he's out. That's all what got mentioned in his press conference.
Well, it didn't look good the way he fell. It looked like he rolled his ankle. So anything like a sprain is usually about 2 or 3 weeks recovery before you even run.
I thought he slapped it like Gomez did when his leg got stuck on the grass.
I didn't even realise what had happened. I thought he went down with a head injury to begin with, but then he played on for 10 minutes, which was just absolutely unbelievable. So hopefully he hasn't done any further damage playing on it. Maybe it's just something he just needs to let the swelling go down, and he'll be available for Sheffield United or Luton. Fingers crossed, because he's been one of the most improved players in the side since Dyche's come in. So I think he's got a defensive decision to make, whether he brings back Michael Keane into the side, whether it's Godfrey at right back, Patterson at right back, Coleman, and then looks at Ashley Young or James Garner at left back. I think he'll go unchanged, because I think Idrissa Gueye played so well. Jack Harrison and Trent McNeil covered so much ground. They were absolutely excellent. And then you had Calvert-Lewin, who was winning everything. But from what I was reading, he was playing with a strapped up knee. He'd not been well and stuff like that. And he put an absolute shift in. So I think it's 50-50 whether he'll play. He might even bring Beto back into the side for 45 minutes and play them 45 each. I don't know.
Yeah. Before we go in, we'll do our starting lineup, then our predictions. Then we'll leave it there. So I'm going to go with the same as we started with Liverpool. I'm going to bring Ashley Young back in at right back, left back Ben Godfrey. Then I'm going to keep the rest. Then at half time, if Beto's available, then I'll have him on to give Calvert-Lewin a rest just till he doesn't get injured. I'd give him a little rest. Other than that, I'd keep Amadou Onana on the bench, then bring him on during the 60th, 80th minute. But for me, he hasn't been playing that well lately. But I'll give credit to every single player for yesterday. And of course, the manager. Yeah, we've all given criticised, but I forgive him after winning the derby, because at the end of the day, that's all I care about.
You've wanted them gone for weeks, mate. Don't start that. You can't start with that now. You can't turn around and say you want to keep him. I'm joking. That's what it was. I mean, you were like that with me. Say, should we sack him? Should we sack him? And it was like, there's no point. There's no point making those kind of. I mean,
I just hate it because how many defeats we had.
I think head ruled your heart more than anything. You were looking at the bigger picture, saying, well, actually, we've lost 50. We haven't won in 15 games here. That's a bigger worry than anything, and that's on the manager, that's on the team, and that. But I think I think the last couple of results have sort of like changed people's mind a little bit, changed the mindset, and also sort of like put people in a better mood, and they're going to actually look at it. We've had 8 points conceded, 8 points deducted from what was initially 17 as part of like the Premier League's choices. We've had umpteen injuries. We haven't scored goals. Who knows where we would have been if we hadn't had that points deduction? Do you know what I mean? Because we'd be on 41 points now and cruising and not even bothered. But then if we have 41 points, how many more points would we have had? Because the confidence were there. We were 2 points off Chelsea prior to the points deduction before we got 10 points taken off us. And then we ended up in the bottom 3. Do you know what I mean? So that's how quickly it can change. Even looking at the table now, if we win on Saturday, we leapfrog Brentford and go on to 36 points. And that's you pretty much comfortable and in the league. And Dice has done that. Do you know what I mean? So even if you go, okay, 36 points, with those 8 points, it's 44. You know, there's a lot of questions that you have to ask yourself before you think I've got to get sacked. I've got to sack the manager. So I'll go for my lineup then. So obviously Pickford in goal. I'll go Patterson at right back with Tarkowski and Branthwaite in centre half with Ben Godfrey at left back. I would not.
Patterson was injured for the rest of the season.
Yeah, you're right, mate. Yeah, of course he is. Yeah. Coleman, if he's available, then maybe James Garner at right back. I forgot he was out. You're right. Sorry. I wouldn't consider playing Ashley Young because I think even though that was a well-disciplined performance yesterday by him, I think I can't see him doing a full 90 minutes. I think there needs to be a change at some point. Wouldn't change that midfield really. I think the only one will probably be James Garner to right back if possible, and then if for that I bring in Andre Gomez, he's been really good. He's been playing really well. So I think it'd be unfair to keep. Okay, he's in and out of the side, but he's doing well and he's deserving and you know an opportunity to stay back in the side. And then Calvert-Lewin, I don't know. I think it just depends on his fitness. He's got. I assume. I mean, they were back in training this morning. They'll probably have a small training session tomorrow. So it's whether or not he feels it. And you know, Beto's probably going to be out for a fortnight. I don't think he's going to be available. So it's probably going to be Chimity. But I think it's either going to be Chimity or Calvert-Lewin. I think he's going to have to, if he's available, start with Calvert-Lewin and then bring Chimity on for the last 30 minutes.
I agree. Right, we're going to do our score predictions, then we're going to leave it there. Right, I'm going to go with a 3-0 win to Everton. I'm going to go that one extra goal.
Go on then. I'll say 2-1 because I think Brentford have got goals in them still. Regardless, they can score. They've been scoring goals. They put 5 past Luton last week. Johan Visa is a cracking player and he's been scoring goals regularly with Tony being out. So I can see him getting a goal or you know at least causing a bit of havoc with us. So I'll go 2-1 at a push. But I think it'll be a tough game. I think it'd be tougher than. And that's no disrespect to Liverpool. Yeah, I think it'd be tougher than what we put up with yesterday.
I'll tell you what, I've noticed that when we go 1-0 or 2-0 up, we tend to keep a clean sheet lately now, I've noticed under Dyche. And I think that if we can do that, that'd be massive too.
Of course, I mean that just keeps the goal difference down. So you know we're on 11 clean sheets for the season. Pickford's got 6 clean sheets in his you know in the derby alone across the years. So you know I think this side is strong enough to keep continuously getting clean sheets, and if we can carry on Saturday, and all the better. But I reckon I still think there's goals. There's goals in this Brentford side, so I'll say 2-1.
Okay, right. We're going to leave it there now. Thanks for coming on, Dave. And also subscribe to Falcon Blues TV and go and check out Dave's match preview. On Falcon Blues TV. And subscribe to We Are the Goodison Gang for more updates on coverage on We Are the Goodison Gang. Until next time, up the fucking toffees. See you later.
See you later, mate. Nice one, Adam.
Thanks. Bye.